Jan and Brent here live outside the Dixwell Fire Station. This is the home house for the fallen firefighter and the lieutenant, who is still in really rough shape. And flowers and phone calls and all sorts of things showing up here. While Valley Street remains closed for the continued investigation into the fire that killed firefighter Ricardo Torres and critically injured Lieutenant Samad Rankins, there was some positive news today.
Chief John Alston is with Lieutenant Samad Rankins at Bridgeport Hospital's burn unit. Lieutenant Rankins' condition has been steadily improving.
The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner says the manner and cause of the death of New Haven firefighter Torres is pending further studies. No funeral arrangements have been announced yet.
The department has been in continual contact with firefighter Torres' family. We again are asking for privacy at this difficult time.
A GoFundMe page created to support the fallen firefighter's pregnant wife and their soon-to-be one-year-old son has blown up, taking in nearly $190,000 by late this afternoon.
I want to say thank you to all the fire departments across the city, the state, the country. We've been showing a lot of love.
The love for Engine Company number 6 at the Dixwell station, because that's the home house for both Torres and Rankins.
We're just grateful and thankful. And keep us in your prayers.
The Connecticut State Police Fire and Explosion Investigation Unit is leading the probe and expects to be on scene at 190 Valley Street for several more days in a home reported to have been cluttered.
It's difficult to tell right now whether or not it was hoarding or just a lot of accumulation of combustible materials.
And the FEIU's investigation through the state police will, of course, focus on what factors led the two responding firefighters, the lieutenant and the fallen firefighter, to become disoriented and ultimately be rendered unconscious when they were found. It's been a very tough week for the New Haven Fire Department. Last Thursday, Will McMillan, a firefighter, died unexpectedly, not during a call, but that's two firefighters in a matter of 6 days. McMillan's funeral is scheduled for tomorrow. Again, no word on when firefighter Torres will be laid to rest. We're live outside of the Dixwell station. I'm Tony Terzi, Fox 61 News.